Hello and welcome to a short video on Zerg Repulsion, words carefully chosen. I'm going to be linking to a few other videos on the YouTube pages that I found that highlight a few interesting things about the Zerg. But to start with, this is me partaking in the Zerg, about 25 people. We approached this tower, there's nobody inside. There was rarely anybody inside defending towers, to be honest, during the beta weekends, as simply defending a tower where no one was attacking was a bit dull. What was mainly happening was the other side had another Zerg, and they just run around flipping towers and keeps, and your side would do the same, and it would just go round and round and round. So it was kind of a race. But what you want to be doing really is to defend a tower or a keep. So it's a little difficult to do that. For a start, it's a bit dull waiting for somebody to turn up. When they do turn up, as this video here shows, they can take the gate in about 1 minute 30 seconds. So you do need to be nearby at the very least, possibly scouting, looking for other people trying to sneak by. Now, how do you defend against this Zerg? Well, the easiest way is put up an arrow cart, which goes something like this. Now, as you'll notice, I start to do a good deal of damage against the attacking Zerg, but they pull back, and once they pull back they heal. Once they heal, they go back in and start using that flame ram. So I can delay them, I can't beat them with one arrow cart. Now, two arrow carts on the other hand would be able to damage them whilst they're a little bit further away and probably keep them off of the ram, and one arrow cart can destroy a ram. In fact, I did in this particular situation before the gates breached. Unfortunately, there was enough people there to destroy the gate anyway. Now, the next step would be to possibly supply a little bit more siege equipment. In this case, I had an excellent viewpoint to work from. You don't always get this with towers, and we'll have a little look at what I consider to be a standard tower. In this case, I've raised 3 arrow carts, and that's able to stop the enemy from grouping up outside the front door. But more importantly, you've got ballistas here, and they're able to deal massive damage, killing people, knocking them off the ground. But more importantly, once they're on the ground, to finish them off quickly before they can be rezzed. Mainly before they can be rezzed. And what that means is that people that die stay dead. The problem with the Zerg is that they can res their fallen very quickly, and with arrow carts alone won't make much impact on their numbers, if any impact at all. So let's look at a more standard tower. So this is what I consider to be a standard tower. There's nothing really overlooking the front gate there as we turn around. There's a raised inner area there, upon which I will talk about raising a trebuchet as an option later. The main reason for that is because the extra range that a trebuchet has means that a catapult at any, even its max range would be in range of a trebuchet, I can take that out. I can also from that position rain down fiery death upon the front gate, which is the main thing. Here I could put down some ballistas should the outer gate fall as a last stand, again delaying the enemy from taking the tower. The important thing to note is that you can't win against an attacking Zerg if you're a few defenders. Either your side sends reinforcements and you're able to wipe them away from the front door, that's the best result. You do enough damage with your siege equipment to be able to reduce their numbers and then sally forth from the gates, pushing them back, or you delay them long enough that they get bored and go away. They're your main 3 options. So let's have a look at this front gate here. In green, I'm going to raise a point to 2 arrow carts. They would be the first thing that I would throw up. Not literally throw up. But they would be able to cover the front gate, and they would be able to stop the enemy Zerg from massing easily in front of the front gate. They won't be able to push them back very far though. Second option, if I had the resources, would be a trebuchet. As mentioned before, its extra range means that a catapult built outside of the arrow cart range would be destroyable. Then you've also got the gate there. Now, the reason the arrow carts aren't on top of the gate is in case of coincidental area of effect attacks, destroying them. So you need to not build them next to that. Also, you shouldn't build them next to the oil if that's up, because again, coincidental area of effect attacks, destroying your arrow carts, you don't want that. You might have a cannon. Cannons are good, they do decent damage, but they die fairly quickly because you don't just need AoE attacks, you can just shoot them from the ground now. Now, if I had a little bit more supply about, I might have a catapult up. With the extra height, I get a little bit of extra range. I might be able to take out a catapult that they build up that isn't at maximum range. I might build another arrow cart this side to help defend that. Or I would have ballistas on the front if I didn't have enough supply, and the ballistas would be able to take down the enemy and keep them down, so the Zerg will start to lose numbers. So those would be my basic options. But what happens if they start to raise a trebuchet? Well, in that case then I'm going to have to start selling forth, as per this video that I'm going to link in here. It shows an excellent way of pushing the enemy back from your gate, should you have the numbers, but also a way to destroy their key pieces of siege equipment. Now here we're going to look at basically a tower being lost. The arrow cart that's built up is too close to the front, it can be easily seen and is quickly destroyed. Similarly, the oil, as you can see, is acting as basically a time sink to stop them from being able to raise rams front gate, which is the fastest way of getting into the tower. They've got a trebuchet up, they don't understand its maximum range, so they built it far too close. A ballista could take that out. Again, the catapult here, they don't understand its maximum range, they built it very close. But as we look around the corner, you see there's two rams up against the door. If they had arrow carts, where I highlighted in green before, they'll be able to defend this tower and slow down the attack. Again, you're trying to buy time to rally forces around defense of the tower. Okay, this is the defense of a slightly more interesting keep gate. In fact, it's the eastern keep in the Borderlands. Now, I've raised an arrow cart all the way up here, away from the edge, because I thought perhaps the elementalists would be able to destroy it. As we'll see soon, they didn't have the range. But I can cover the front gate from here. That's enough to wipe off a ram that might be put there, keep people back. I can't cover all the way to the back of this area, which they would likely coalesce on, but I can cover the near area. I could have built it further forwards. I probably would build this arrow cart towards the back of the walls on the gate there, or maybe a little bit further up on the side. You want ballistas to cover this, you want catapults. You wouldn't need trebuchet because there isn't that much of a depth going out that way. However, down to the right where the steps are, you would want a trebuchet up on the left side as I'm looking out, to cover a possible trebuchet being built down there and attacking the gate. But that brings me to my final link to a video here, where I'm going to have a little look. Well, I'm going to show you what happens when a gate falls and how people set up. In this particular case it was unsuccessful, but it was an excellent way to delay the fall of the tower. It's quite an entertaining video. It should never have happened, of course, because in my opinion the attackers should have looked around the gate, given how easy it is to see inside this tower. Anyway, enjoy the videos. I hope that was informative. I hope that was helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.